Hello, hello, hello! I am talking to a camera again. Mountains, I'm not crazy. People will see this. I'm not talking to myself. Hello everybody! Welcome to the Picos de Europa. I'm currently hiking the Anillo de Picos. It's in Spain. And today is a very short hiking day, so I thought I could film an extra video for you. So I've been thinking about updating my gear list because I am carrying some new things on the trail on my treks of 2024. But I was thinking, Floor, most of it is the same. Are you gonna film a whole new gear list? No, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna show you the new things that I carry with me on the trail. It's 5 things. I'm carrying them for my 5 treks in 2024, and I've already used them on the Cape Wrath Trail and right now on the Anillo de Picos. So I think I've got about a month of use out of them now, and I love them. So I will very much show them to you now. Let's go. The first item is a very, very small item, and it's a luxury item. And I'm very picky with luxury items because I want to keep my weight as low as possible. But this has stolen my heart. It's never leaving my side again on the trail. Some of you might already recognize it because it's becoming quite popular. But for those who don't, this is the Flexel Zero Pump, and it's a small, look at how small it is, pump for your sleeping mattress. Now, 2 years ago, I got an email from Flexel. I didn't know them, and I got a message like, hey, we're working on this pump for your mattress. We really think that you would like it, so can we send one to you? Can we maybe collaborate? Blah, 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 blah. And I was reading the email, and I was like, a pump for my mattress. Have they even seen my videos? I'm a lightweight backpacker. No, I am not interested in a pump for my mattress. I can blow up my mattress myself. I also thought it was a scam, so I just didn't reply. And now, about 5 months ago, half a year ago, I got another message from them asking basically the same. They were just like, hey, we've got our pump now and it's really nice and it's really lightweight and blah, 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 blah. And I read the email and suddenly I realized, wait, I've seen this somewhere. And then I realized that I've seen it in a Darwin on the Trail video, and I thought, but he's lightweight and he's carrying it, so maybe this is not a scam. Long story short, they sent a pump to me and I used it on the Cape Wrath Trail, and I am never leaving this baby again. I really did not expect to be such a fan of a luxury item that I don't really need, but here I am. This has made my setting up camp experience so much easier. It blows up my mattress in like 1 minute. While it's blowing up the mattress, I can do other stuff, and when the mattress is done, I'm done. So basically it can inflate your mattress, it can deflate your mattress in the morning, which is actually also really nice. And you can charge it because it's with a battery. And at first I thought, it's a battery, I will have to change it, it's not nice, blah, 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 blah. But no, the battery has a USB-C port, so you can just charge it. I charge it with the cable that I use for my Garmin InReach. I also have a small deal, which is a code for you. So you can get 10% off if you use the code FLOOR10. And to be fully transparent, I got an affiliate link from them, which means that if you purchase something through that specific link, I get a small commission from it. Don't worry, I'm genuinely enthusiastic about this product. If you want some luxury on the trail for not a lot of weight, this is definitely it. It's also a good gift for a hiking friend. Voila, the Flexel pump. Boobity boop doom. I'll put the link in the description down below. Next new thing in my gear list. The second new thing I'm carrying on the trail is quite a big thing because it's one of my big 3. It is my tent. So this story is quite the opposite of the Flexel story, because in this case they didn't send me a message, I sent them a message for years. Yearly, I would send them a message like, hey, if you want to collaborate on a tent, I'm here, just give me a shout and we'll make it happen. 3rd time's a charm, because the 3rd time, which is this year, they had space. Before this tent, I was using the Zpacks Duplex, which I'm very much a fan of. Don't get me wrong, this tent was amazing. It did start to tear a couple of months ago, so I'm very happy. I needed to change my tent either way, but I live in Europe, and I know a lot of you guys also live in Europe, and it's just not so much fun to spend a lot of money on a tent and then having to pay big import costs on top of that purchase. I've been wanting to switch most of my gear to European-based gear to avoid import costs. So voila, that's the reason I switched. Bonfus is an Italian brand, so it's based in Europe, so that means no import costs and lightweight. Look at this thing. Oh, I will do a full gear review and like how you have to set it up and blah 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 in a separate video, so that is coming up. But for now I'm just gonna stick to the 3 things that I've really been enjoying in comparison to the tent I had before, which is, very shortly, 1. The flaps close with a long zipper, which in a storm shelters you a bit better from rain and wind, and I've needed it very much in Scotland at one particular moment, and it worked out fine. I had no rain in my tent. It was epic. Second thing is that the canvas on the tent on the sides, so not the flaps but the sides, goes a bit lower to the floor. So that means less wind, so it's a bit warmer, and you would think that that causes more problems with condensation, but so far it's been fine for me. And the third thing is, for me, the biggest change in my tent setup, and that is that it's a bit bigger. So the length is longer. I can stretch myself out in my tent a bit longer, which is really nice. Also, when I slide down in my tent, my quilt doesn't touch the ceiling of the tent, which is really nice because then I don't have condensation on my quilt. And it's also a bit higher. So I can sit in my tent now. I don't have to hunch. I can sit upright on my mattress and I still have like this much left. I am 175 centimeters tall, so that might be a reference if you need one. But for my length, it's just really, really, really nice. So full review is coming up. Don't worry, but now you already know this is my new tent and I am loving it. Third new thing I am taking on the hike is something that I am also like very much in love with. It is a map and a compass. Now, I wear this like this, so I can just look at the map like this and know where I am. Now, so far, I've always been an advocate for just follow the trail, and if you get lost, use your GPS, and that's fine. Take a little booklet with you with like overview maps so you know somehow how you have to walk, and you will be fine. But last month on the Cape Wrath Trail, which has sections where there is just no trail, it started to dawn on me like, okay, Floor, if your phone and your GPS just fail now, you are in big trouble. So I picked up some maps on that trail. I picked up a compass. I did like a small how to use it talk with somebody. From then on, I kind of fell in love with map reading. It's just very fun. It's way easier to navigate with a compass than with the GPS. You just know better. But the biggest, funnest thing for me is that I see more around me, because on the map you can see like, oh, there's a source there and there's like a small river there and there's a mountain and blah 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 blah. Because I'm looking at the map more consciously, I am seeing way more things around me, which makes the trips more interesting for me. And I can still learn so much about compasses and like measuring things and whatever, but it's just so much fun. It also makes me feel like a real adventurer. Strong woman! Well, maybe consider it. It weighs nothing and it adds a lot of fun to your trip. Map and a compass. Whew. Fourth thing, second to last thing I am carrying newly on the trail are my rain trousers. Ever since the West Highland Way, which is the first ever trail I ever did, till right before the Cape Wrath Trail, I was always using sprayway trousers, which have worked really well. I don't have anything bad to say about them. However, they did tear in the end because I fell a couple of times and they are quite heavy. So I decided to change to this Røde pair, which is so lightweight. I've never seen any rain pants that are this lightweight, but like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it almost flies in the air. because it's so lightweight. I've used them in a couple of storms now, my legs didn't get wet, and on top of that, Røde is a brand that really strives to make their products as eco-friendly as possible, and they really do that. It's not like greenwashing, they really do that. And for example, in these pants, they don't use Gore-Tex, which I was a bit skeptical about at first, because I was like, okay, rain pants without Gore-Tex, that's weird. But apparently Gore-Tex is like super bad for the environment, and they created their own more eco-friendly Gore-Tex layer, and it works great. I've been in big rain with this, and I've been fine. My legs have been fine. Those are my new trousers. I love them. Super lightweight, eco-friendly. That's what I love. And the fifth new thing I'm carrying with me is something that I cannot show you because it is your eyes right now. It is the lens of the camera. So far I've always used it's just a basic 1850mm lens, which was completely fine, but if you follow me on Instagram, you know that recently I've been getting like super fascinated with birds. On the Cape Wrath Trail, I was super frustrated that I couldn't film the birds. I decided to go for a lens that can zoom in a little bit more, which is the 2200mm lens from Sony. It can zoom in a lot more. It's not a bird watching lens or anything, but I have to carry it on the hike, so I also don't want the biggest, bulkiest lens. So I've used this on the Anillo, just this hike, and I love it. I can really get a close-up image of also the mountains, some mountain goats, some birds, some other animals, some details. I've been more flexible camera-wise, and I've been loving it. And then a small add-on to a new lens is that I have a new Cotopaxi Fanny pack because I needed a bigger one, because I carry my camera in this. This lens was not fitting in my previous one. You know I love Cotopaxi. I decided to go for the same brand, just a size bigger, and voila! This is my new Fanny pack. So, the pump, the tent, map and a compass, the trousers, the lens, and a fanny pack. All the other things are just the same. If you want to see that, I will link the video also in the description below. And of course, I will also link all these things in the description down below. Have a wonderful day. I am gonna hike up a mountain now, and it's looking pretty steep. Sweaty Floor is on her way. Have a lovely day. I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye!